Hey, 49er fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome into Chat Sports, and today, injury news, and guess what? More injury news. That's the theme of our show today, as you probably saw by the title. There are about 1 billion 49ers who are currently injured. You might be injured right now as a 49er fan. I know I've been injured the past couple of weeks, and so we got to give you guys updates on the actual players and where they stand in terms of will they play on Sunday? Are they going to go to IR? It's a long list. Let's just jump into it. Let's start with the main starters, the one you guys all are worried about, the key players who have been out for the past couple of weeks. These are your Jimmy Garoppolos, your Raheem Mosterts, and Richard Shermans, and all the rest of them. So right now, the issue the 49ers have, besides the fact that they are injured, is that the team is underperforming, and they are losing ground in the NFC West. They currently sit at the bottom of the NFC West, and a lot of people are being like, hey, don't dig yourself too deep of a hole. We need these players to come back to start winning some football games to make ground on the Seattles and the Rams and the Cardinals of the world. Here's the deal. Wednesday is the key day to know who's going to play on Sunday and who's not. So the little plug here is wait for our Thursday live show at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, where I'll give you full updates on who's going to play and who's not, because they keep saying Wednesday is when they're going to evaluate everybody for key injuries. Here are those players who will be evaluated on Wednesday. We'll start with the offensive guys. Garoppolo and the ankle will be tested on Wednesday. Raheem Mostert and the knee also tested on Wednesday. And Richard James Jr. is available to come off of IR after the wrist injury. Quickly on Garoppolo, it looks like he's probably going to be good to go to play on Sunday. He has a lot better chance to play on Sunday than Raheem Mostert does. Kyle Shanahan was asked about Mostert a couple of days ago, I think yesterday, and said he's not very optimistic about Mostert's chances. Maybe not this week. The week after, the Sunday nighter against the Rams is a more likely scenario for when Mostert comes back. Out of these three, again, Garoppolo, I think, would be more than likely to come back on Sunday, but don't quote me on that because high ankle sprains can be very, very tricky. And so Wednesday, again, the key date there for Garoppolo. Let's go to the defense. Greenlaw missed the Sunday game with a quad. He'll be evaluated on Wednesday. Witherspoon, the hamstring, will be evaluated on Wednesday. And Richard Sherman is technically available to come off of IR and play on Sunday against the Dolphins, although Shanahan says he's not optimistic about Sherman as well. Originally, Sherman's calf was 3 to 4 weeks. This is week 3, but he thinks it'll be more like week 6, so next week against the Los Angeles Rams. So look for Mostert and Sherman to come back week 6. I think Greenlaw should be good to go on Sunday, and it looks like Witherspoon is probably going to be good to go as well, been dealing with that hamstring injury. So the big news, again, the question will be, can Garoppolo play or not? The high ankle sprain, he was not ready to go on Sunday. That's why he sat. They started Nick Mullins at quarterback. If he's not able to go, did you see Beathard? Because Beathard played well towards the end of the Eagle game. I think that let's just say, my prediction is if Garoppolo can't go, I think they start Beathard because they like what they saw out of Beathard in the fourth quarter against Philadelphia. I mentioned earlier that you're losing ground in the NFC West. That is exactly true right now. You need to get healthy because you need to start winning games. And even though you have an easy Dolphin schedule coming up or Dolphin game on Sunday, the rest of the schedule is not necessarily user-friendly. The Ram game is going to be crucial in the NFC West because as it currently sits, with the loss to the Cardinals in Week 1, the Cardinals have the tiebreaker over San Francisco, and they now sit at the bottom of the NFC West there at 2-2. So work to be done. Again, hopefully some better news in terms of guys coming back healthy. But again, the Dolphins to me are not a juggernaut team. So I think this past Sunday's team could beat Miami on Sunday. But you need guys back for 2 weeks from now against the Rams because that's going to be a crucial early Week 6 matchup against the Rams to go ahead and really just vie for second place behind Seattle right now in the NFC West. Have the 49ers dug themselves too deep of a hole? Like, it's 2-2, a couple games back from Seattle up there at 4-0. Are they too deep in the hole to come back and win the NFC West? If you think so, type Y down below for yes. If not, go ahead and type N down below for no. All right, so there's the, I guess, good news because Garoppolo could come back, and then Mostert 2 weeks from now. Here's the bad news. K'Waun Williams has a knee injury now. He was dealing with that hip injury going into the Eagle game, suffered a knee injury, went out, and now he looks like he's going to go to short-term IR. He will be done for the next 3 to 4 weeks. And so another blow to the secondary, which has been absolutely obliterated so far with injuries. More on the depth chart here in a second, but hopefully you can get Sherman back, if not this week, like we said, next week to kind of pad to the growing list of DBs that are being hurt right now in San Francisco. Again, the second we know any injury news, we always upload videos here almost daily on the 49ers Report. And so if you're subscribed, fantastic, welcome to the club. But also go ahead and click the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever we drop the latest videos here on the channel. Get a little pop-up on your phone saying, hey, guess what? The best channel on YouTube covering the 49ers. Another video for you. Do you want to watch it? And of course, you say yes. You click it, and you watch my perfect little face giving you guys updates here on all the injury news. Here's your DB depth chart as it stands right now. Again, you're going through all these different injuries in terms of Witherspoon, and then Moseley with the concussion, who actually could come back this week. Sherman, as we talked about, K'Waun Williams now. I mean, it's been obliterated right now. And even though Philadelphia and Carson Wentz didn't necessarily carve them up, they still did not look at full strength at what they normally would from a secondary standpoint. They've done well, but the problem is the quarterbacks they face, besides Kyler Murray, have really, really struggled. I mean, Wentz, again, wasn't anything special. And, of course, Darnold and Daniel Jones, as we know, both are pretty poor right now. Look at that. Same with both had 179 yards. Kind of fun fact there up at the Meadowlands. The next 5 games, though, are going to be a complete change in terms of quarterbacks. So it'll be Fitzpatrick on Sunday unless they want to slide Tua in there, but I doubt it. But then you're going to play Jared Goff, you're going to play Cam Newton, you'll play Russell Wilson, and then you're going to play Aaron Rodgers. So it's, again, crucial. You can have guys sit out the Dolphin game. It's not necessarily the end of the world. They should win that game just fine, but you've got to have Sherman back. You've got to have Moseley, Witherspoon. I mean, you got to have all these guys back for the Rams, the Patriots, the Seahawks, and the Packers. That's going to be the deciding 4 games in this season stretch. We talked about that before the start of the season. You've got to get at least 2 of these 4 games. Hopefully 3 of the next 5 is going to be pivotal to go ahead and not only stay competitive in the NFC West, but also stay competitive in the NFC for a wildcard spot. It's in case Seattle continues to roll, as it looks like they will, because they're the best team in the National Football League right now, minus maybe the Chiefs, although I say they're better than the Chiefs. The good news is it's a good betting week to bet on the 49ers. And I know I said that last week with the Eagles, but technically Vegas was on my side. The 49ers just blew a chance to win a lot of money. So if you want to bet on the 49ers this week for a much easier game against the Dolphins, use our friends at BetUS. So go to chatsports.com/49bet. Put your little, go ahead and put a deposit down, and then in the little deposit bonus promo code, put Niners125. You'll get a 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up. Let me just say that again. When you go ahead and put Niners125 in the promo code box at checkout, you get a 125% deposit bonus, meaning if you put $100 down, it turns into $225 to bet on the 49ers. You can win a lot of money with us and our friends at BetUS. chatsports.com/49bet. Final bad news, because again, we started with the good news, ending with the bad news. Ziggy Ansah's Niner career lasted about a week as he has torn a bicep muscle, I should say, and now he's going to go on IR and he'll be done for the entire year. So this is the guy, of course, who worked out with the Niners multiple times, and then Nick Bosa goes down, and so then they sign him, and it's like, okay, well, he'll be a good, fill-in guy from a pass rusher perspective, and he's done. Torn bicep in the Eagle game, and there's not much more to say about that. It's a season-ending injury, and he will be done for the entire year. So that means probably more Deion Jordan, I think, is probably going to go ahead and be coming up. First off, just drop a like if you're tired of injury news. I feel like right now, all I do is come here on a Tuesday and a Thursday and tell you who's injured on the 49ers, which is important and you need to know. But at the same time, drop a like if you're tired of the fact that, gosh, they just all keep getting injured. I'm worried about getting injured just doing this video, like covering the Niners. It's like, watch your back. You never know what's going to happen. The defensive line has been obliterated, even though they did a decent job of getting pressure on Carson Wentz on Sunday. Kinlaw's been very, very good. Armstead's been decent. Hopefully, at some point, D Ford comes back, although he's on IR with a back injury, so it's not as bad as it's probably, let me say that again. It's probably as bad as it's going to be right now with the defensive line. It will get better when Ford comes back with Ansah now out. A lot of Deion Jordan, who was not good enough to make the active roster at the end of training camp. So tells you what it is. Quickly, people are going to wonder about signing free agents. Kyle Shanahan was asked that on Monday. He said this: "It's quote, it's kind of hard to bring guys in. There's not a ton out there right now. We've done it, I feel, as well as we can so far. I don't know if we'll be able to do that this week. I doubt it. We'll go with what we've got, and we'll see who is ready to go." So odds are they're not going to sign anybody. I know a lot of people are saying, well, go trade for somebody. Ooh, go sign somebody. It's very, let's say, bleak out there in terms of the free agents that are available. The Niners have already exercised their free agent signing abilities, and yet here we are in terms of no one is really out there, and so get what you get and don't throw a fit, right? That's what Mom used to always say. Should they go sign a free agent DN? I don't even know who they would sign. Type S down below for sign, or just type P down below for pass if you want them to keep what they currently have. Again, when healthy, this is a very competitive 9-10 win football team. They just need to get healthy and hopefully get back on track with a big win on Sunday against the Dolphins. Full coverage on that later on in the week. There you go. Ultimately out for today here on the 49er Report. So go ahead and, again, make sure you guys are subscribed as we go ahead and sign off. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.